What is up guys, it's boy Raven here today with another fantastic deck. Well, today we're gonna talk about, Empoleon Blastoise deck that I've been playing for, well, quite some time on stream, and of course we're going to be using the new Empoleon, but as well as the older one. So as you know, the new Empoleon, right, this guy right over here, can actually recall all the attacks of, his previous evolution, which is really cool and has a lot of potential. So let's just go card by card, and we're going to play some games. I'm going to tell you guys why we're playing specific cards. So first things first, we are playing line of 3-2-3. Piplup from Cosmic Eclipse, Piplup from Cosmic Eclipse, but only 2 Empoleons from Cosmic Eclipse, with 1 Empoleon from Ultra Prism. Wartortle, Command, and Whirlpool. Still, even though we will be using Recall a lot of time, right, to, let's say, defending Pokemon can't attack, but I still want to have some options for big damage. On top of that, we still play 3-2-3, a line of Squirtle, Wartortle, and Blastoise, with 1 Blastoise being GX for additional, GX attack and for, just usage, right, for those nice attacks. Then we have 4 custom catchers, and I'm playing custom catchers instead of great catchers just because I like them more personally, that you can still draw with them. We have 4 actually, Pokégear 3.0, 4 Pokémon Communications, 4 Rare Candies, 2 Shrines of Punishment to get that spread damage on the GXs, because as you can see we only have 1, so it's good to have it. 4 Cynthias, 4 Greens Explorations for those early turns so we can have Empoleon as soon as possible. 1 Mallow and Lana, so that's a nice addition here. Also with 3 Professor's Elm Lectures and 14 Energy. The deck is honestly quite simple, there's just not a lot of shenanigans going with that deck. So let's go, let's play it, let's have some fun with it. Because, honestly, you can, the whole idea is for the deck to be consistent, right? Like the deck has to be consistent. It has to constantly hit around turn 3, that's stage 2. And that's exactly why we have Green's Exploration, why we have all those other cards. And we do want to have some healing. So Mallow and Lana, there they are. Of course. So I do want to bring the water type back. There's still, Piplup and a Blastoise. I know as a tag team, I just haven't opened one yet. So I'm still waiting for myself to open it. And hopefully we're going to create something around that. So if you want to go first, you write your stage 2 deck, you do want to go first. There's just no other option. And, well, we did not hit Green's Exploration, which is not bad. Because turn 1, you want to have a board. Right, that's important part. You want to have a board. So this time Elm's Lecture definitely here for what I'm going always, which is 2-2. So we got a 2-2 line on the board. I have Pokémon Communication that I can use on Wartortle. We've got Pokégear, so we might actually get ourselves Green's Exploration, right, for the Candy. And of course I'm putting energy on the Piplup here because I'm thinking as of right now, well, we can start doing recall later for the Bubble Hold, just because this is a basic Pokemon, right? And that's Drampa. That might actually be one of our builds, to be quite honest, for Reshiram, which is quite cool, and I like that. But this also means that we're gonna need a recall, right? We're gonna have to start using recall. But he also wants to have a full bench, so the water type may actually attack for a lot. And of course I'm talking about the Empoleon from Ultra Prism that deals 20 damage for each benched Pokemon, which is up to 200 damage. Right now it's 80, 100 right now with his Piplup. That's of course Piplup with the belt, and yeah, like that's probably my build because I see similarities. There we go. We got a Green's Exploration, fantastic. Let me count that: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Drampa is gonna get knocked out because I'm getting first things first, Rare Candy, and Cynthia for next turn. I believe it's not gonna be a bad play, right? Yeah, Cynthia for next turn is not a bad play. I can actually even go Green's Exploration if I want to, but Cynthia is not bad. We've got Rare Candy. I've got energy for the Empoleon. So that's going to be a second energy here. Pokémon Communication for Ultra Prism Empoleon. Hopefully he's in the deck, because I forgot to check, and I should have checked it as I was browsing the deck with Green Side Exploration, but we do have it, and that's a knockout on Drampa, right? I just can't let him, you know, have a Pokemon that he can, you know, do Ends Resolve on, right? Like, that's, you know, something I just can't let him do. So that's a total command, that's a knockout, and of course he might actually have a Dragonite Z, which is also a valid thing. You know, one of the commenters here on YouTube told me that, you know, it's really good to have it, and that's true. You know, you can actually do a Dragonium Z, so you want to be careful here, right? So as I said, turn 2 already Empoleon, already hitting for 100 damage, and well, Cynthia next turn, right? You know, maybe we're gonna build a whole bench, and if I'm gonna build a bench, because I'm missing 2 benched Pokemons to knock him out, so he's going, you know, right now Naganadels, he's slowly working there, maybe Reshiram, there is a Reshiram, okay, definitely an interesting choice. You know, I did thought he's gonna keep Coco on the bench, but that's fine. We do have our ways, right? And one more Pokemon, and that's gonna be a knockout, especially knowing the fact there is no energy on his side of the board. Maybe, you know, with the Lily draw 3, are we gonna see any energy? Ooh, we might actually not, but we might see another Naganadel, which does make sense, right? It does make sense. There we go, another Naganadel. So I kind of know exactly what am I facing, because we've posted that yesterday. So yeah, that is exactly what we're facing. No energy, right? Such a bummer that there's no energy, and because he's a basic one, I'm gonna go for the Piplup here. Of course, Cynthia, because I do need one more basic. And we kind of hit the basic, because I'm gonna see, you know, I'm gonna play Pokémon Communication, and this time, yeah, Wartortle go back to the deck. Let's get myself a Squirtle for that knockout on Tapu Koko, because that is the knockout we need right now. And also, Prinplup is where the party's at, so that is 80, 140 damage coming Coco's way. That's a knockout and a prize card taken. That's quite good. You know, imagine that would be a fire type, you know, Pokemon. Of course he missed the energy, right? Like, my biggest problem is that even if he's gonna play like Ends Resolve, even if he's gonna play anything, that may not be enough. And I know that he doesn't have a lot of energy, so I'm assuming there's not really a lot of energy switching. So I'm gonna go with Whirlpool. I'm gonna keep on discarding energy from Reshiram, because he needs those 2 energies, right? And by discarding that energy, actually I'm gonna deal a lot more damage and a lot more harm than, you know, without it, because he needs to pump it, right? He needs to, you know, get that energy there, and I can then next turn just hit it for a knockout. So there we go, we got an Empoleon, which is really good. Shrine of Punishment is gonna work quite well here, so there we go. And a Whirlpool, so I am discarding the energy. Of course he can bring that energy back, right, for Naganadels, but that is on Naganadel, that is not on the active Reshiram, and that's what I want, because Reshiram is super vulnerable to Amos, you know, any effect that discards the energy from him, and with 3 retreat costs, he has to count on switches. He has to count on something that's gonna give him the energy on an active, and he needs 2 different ones. So Ends Resolve, not working at all, maybe on a Drampa, but without energy switching, I don't see it. He still needs electric type energy here, and you see, that's it, that's what I said, right? You know, getting rid of energy from Reshiram just destroys that deck. So down goes Reshiram in the game 1. The deck, you know, likes to break. This is not, you know, like the deck to play currently. Maybe in the future, well, still not. I think, you know, if the wording of the card was different, then we could have talked about a nice tier 1 material. As of right now, Reshiram definitely far away from being a tier 1 material. And of course the wording that I'm saying is discard energy from him, right? The same as Turtonator, for example. If I can discard from whatever, even, you know, myself, that makes it good, because then I do not rely on the bench at all. I can just, you know, be there on my own and keep on attacking. Both, okay, so 2 mulligans, there we go. We got a Squirtle. Oh, that is, oh boy, speaking of bricking, that's a brick town right there. But alright, we got a Squirtle. There we go. Oh, and he is still mulliganing. That's good. He has no idea how good it is for me. Oh, yeah, definitely I'm drawing all those cards. I've seen Amulet, so I'm kind of scared of that it might actually be some kind of a log deck. Yeah, like every time I see, like, you know, stamps, all of that stuff, you know, I'm really scared that it might be a log deck. And oh, I drew energy. That is really bad. That's honestly really bad. Like, drawing energy when you have 4 already, that is just super bad. And Pokémon Communication Prinplup, that is just not that good. But at least I can paralyze my opponent if the coin flip is gonna be good. So it's something for something. Down goes Reshazad, Welder. Oh boy. So we're going. Oh, you see, you know, the matchup that the one matchup, right? The one matchup that I have really good, and I'm breaking. There's just that's frustrating, right? When you break, when you have like really good matchup, and you're like, no, why, no? But what can you do? Asleep. Okay, he woke up, and that's just a custom catcher. Oh boy. Piplup. That custom catcher is not good enough. Bubble. At least let's paralyze him. Yes, thank you. Right, so we got a paralysis. I don't think you can use abilities when it's paralyzed. And I want to get myself to Empoleon now as fast as possible because I'm getting rid of attacks of you know, opponents with basic Pokemon. But we might see a switch. This kind of, you know, indicates, like, this play indicates a switch in my opponent's hand. It just does indicate that. Or a skateboard. But I don't think from paralysis, can you? I think you can, right? Because it doesn't matter. It goes to Pokemon even if it's asleep or paralyzed, exactly. So there's still retreat, but, you know, he's sleeping because of Stellar Wish. Switch into Reshazad, okay. I mean, I don't know what I had to draw. Honestly, right now, there's nothing in this world that will help me because of that hand. Like, there's just... No, there's nothing. Maybe, you know, if I would have Elm's Lecture turn 1. Maybe if we had, you know, something else. Cynthia. Like, that would... No, yeah, that would have to be super lucky, that's what I wanted to say, and... Well, I can play those custom catchers and try to do something, but this is just a bust. I don't think this is, you know, I don't think I can do anything here. Honestly, this is just not happening at all. Yeah, that's a quite bad matchup here. Like, not matchup, but a quite bad game. Bad draws. You know, I'm not gonna, you know, like, try to... Yeah, he has me. With a GX. All he needs is 2 energies. That's a GX. Well, we bricked. I mean, this happens, right? You know, every deck bricks from time to time, and you can only minimize the bricking to a certain degree, and it happens, right? So let's go, let's play game number 3. We don't usually play 3 games, but this time I think the deck deserves the game number 3 against Sweeper GG. Ooh, that's quite a name, if you ask me. Sweeper GG. Okay, like this. Whenever I hear a Sweeper, I'm like, oh, this nice poem by, you know, Edward Blake, Chimney Sweeper, right? I know it's super sad, but still, you know, that's like, I don't know why. Again, Sweeper GG, who is going first, my friend? The time is running out for him, you know, already 30 seconds on the clock, gone, you know, okay, 24, right? So I'm gonna go first. Definitely I have to go first in this matchup, you know. There we go. That's not actually that bad. We miss supporter, but I can still draw something. We still have, you know, nice set of mons. I would say, okay, if I'm gonna hit, you know, Green's Exploration, I'm fine, I'm okay. I'm like, sure, let's go. So let's go. So that's Piplup and done. What are we gonna draw from the top deck? It is a Pokégear. And it's literally nothing. Yay! So he wants to go second, to be quite honest, right? You know, due to Volcanion. Already a lot of energy, so 6 energy coming to the next turn. And I don't think I can have, you know, again, so much luck to draw a Pokégear. At least Mega Lopunny will do nothing. But this looks, yeah. Oh boy. That's a green Zard, I believe. Yep, that's exactly what it is. And I mean, he is still a focus at 60 plus, so it's still a threat to me. But not as big as it could have been, right? Hit Factory, Fury Flint, right? So Hit Factory is going to be played, Fury Flint. And of course energy on the Hit Factory just to draw another 3 cards. Okay, so alright. Faba, okay. I can only patiently wait, like this, you know, he's in his own game, and it's fine, you know, to draw 3. But it top deck green. That's something I need, like top deck green, and I don't think I can top deck that. I want to, I wish, but is it possible? Is it a possibility? Okay, that's Mallow and Lana. Oh, I don't know if I should laugh or not. Well, that's a tackle for 60. So, I mean, we've got a supporter, but that was not the supporter that we wanted, right? So the question is, you know, if he's gonna retreat. Yeah, that's a switch. Like, I'm still not giving up. Like, there's still hope. At least I think so, but no. Maybe he's gonna play 2 custom catchers. Because Blastoise, that's just a 1-hit KO on Reshazad. If we're gonna see 2 custom catchers and he's gonna get a Piplup, great. If not, I can concede, and I know that. There's just, I don't have an opening, I don't have a window. It's not, and yeah. 230. I mean, I'm still gonna play the game till the very end. But you see, like, that's a problem. You just didn't hit the greens. And that's BMing, dude, come on. Sweeper. That's a little bit of BMing, you might say. Flash strike. Alright, so let's see. This is the final draw probably of the game. Let's see, what can we get? And we got nothing. That's a GG, ladies and gentlemen. That was a GG. So that is an Empoleon Piplup deck for you guys, of course, the new one. And honestly, I do think it's good. It tends to break, though. It does have this tendency to break. But sometimes, you know, you just can't overcome it, and it happens. So, you know, game number 1 was pretty cool. On stream, it was really working nicely. Here, we just breaked, and it happens. I still highly recommend you checking this variant out. Maybe you're gonna have some nice ideas after playing this deck. You know, maybe I'm gonna, like, maybe it's gonna change something in how you portray a specific deck. So thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more videos like that. Also, don't forget to, you know, check out the 5% discount any code with purchase on Professor Oak, which is downloadable in the description. Also, the whole deck list is in the description. So thank you guys so much for watching. Goodbye and good night. Boing. See you live on Twitch. Bye.